Well, hey, first of all, I just want to say thank you.
My guy.
And introduce our
It is Mr. Firefly. There he is.
Introduce Rulk here, who just joined our clinical advisory team. And we've kind of had a speed dating relationship.
I chose you.
You chose me quickly.
I chose you.
And I guess that's the first question. You get tons of opportunities to be part of brands' journeys.
Yes.
And you and I met very quickly at my favorite place, Jam.
Yes. It was love at first sight. It was love at first sight.
Within 30 minutes, you knew the technology, you understood it as well as anybody that I've introduced it to, and it was already seemed like we had a partnership before we even sat down. So why Firefly versus other opportunities that you get to see?
I was really excited because a lot of it too is with your technology. There's so much efficacy behind it. You've done so many research studies and independent studies on the utilization of the technology and how it works. Recovery is such a massive component of my job and all the individuals I train, from elite athletes to tactical operators, et cetera. So I'm always trying to locate and identify technology that's going to be easily integrated into not only the performance curriculum but the recovery curriculum. And so when you were talking to me, man, I was eating it up. I was loving I was eating the jams, but we also I was also loving that.
No, and I love that, and kind of the journey of our company and where we're at. We've done really well with pro and college teams.
Sure.
That niche market really knows us, and a lot of companies are loving what we've done there, and they almost want to emulate what we've done. But when I sat down with you and we started talking about Australian AFL leagues where we're trying to get into, and really first responders and into the military, and you really had a deep connection there. First of all, I want to talk why such a deep connection there, and how do you see Firefly being involved in those two populations?
The tactical community is one that I've resided in for quite a long time. It's something that's very close to my heart, and a community I love to work with. And so, these guys are elite athletes, except they don't just win games, they're saving lives and they're putting their lives on the line. And for me, it was always a situation where I didn't feel there were a lot of people focusing on that area, which I thought was really kind of a misstep by a lot of people, understanding that these are the guys that are actually out there protecting us, saving us, and we're not really teaching them how to train better, recover better, et cetera. So it's always been very close to my heart. I've had the opportunity to work with law enforcement officers, departments, academies, fire departments, firefighters, fire agencies, and of course the elite military as well. And so the one, I think, component that resides within all of them is efficiency, is they want something that they can quickly put on that works, and also something that they can integrate into their daily protocols. And when you were talking to me about the Firefly, when I first got introduced to it, understanding exactly what it does, I have them on right now because I just was doing some training, and it's amazing. You can feel it working right away. And traditionally, I always utilized compression technology. It's what a lot of guys have utilized. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but like anything else, there's an evolution process, right? And everything has to continually upgrade. And I think the opportunity to now introduce Firefly technology to that community is going to be explosive. I think it's going to be something that community will really adopt very quickly. And we've talked about it before when off camera about like firefighters. And firefighters, for example, they get sore, they have high cortisol levels, their inflammation, their circadian rhythms are disrupted, et cetera. So inflammatory response is something that they're always trying to manage and mitigate. And so when we get into it, many times the problem is with compression technology is that they'd have to sit in a gravity chair for 30 minutes, zip these boots on, start the program. But of course, if they're on duty, they could get a call in 3 minutes, and what do they do then? So the great thing about the Firefly is you put them on, you can keep them on even when they're on a call, and it's not doing anything but helping them through the process. And so that's what I was really excited about.
I'm super excited, really because my son wants to be a fireman. I told you that. And when I found your Instagram and I was actually looking, and my son was looking at it with me, he's like, oh my gosh, where I went to school, they follow Rulk. And I was like, this is going to branch us into this community of, it's so hard to get in these communities. We're doing well, as I said, in pro and college, and we've done really well, extremely well in military, and but it's hard to find. You don't just pull up a database and say, who's the head performance person for the Navy SEALs, et cetera. But I think this market of, to your point, to first responders is going to be, you're going to really be able to open a lot of doors for us and create awareness. And that's where we're at in this game is we got this great technology. How do we make people aware of it?
And I'm super excited about it too, because I think it's, the edification that you've already established through working with all the elite college teams and the professional athletes really helps in the adoption of the technology, in integration, if you will, into the various genres of first responder community because guys look at it and go, well, if it's good enough for the elite, it's good enough for us.
Yeah.
And again, the versatility of the Firefly in the sense of being able to throw it in your bag, throw it in a very quick bag and pop them on very quickly, it's really a game changer for that community because one of the reasons why a lot of guys don't train, and if you look at guys in the fire service, in law enforcement, even in the military, is because they're constantly on deployment, constantly going on calls, constantly doing work around the stations. They don't have the opportunity to have the traditional, I'm going to go in and work out for 2 hours, then I'm going to go recover for another hour. They just don't have it. It's very sporadic in regards to their scheduling. So the ability for Firefly to be applied and kept on while they're doing performance, while they're doing recovery, that's a game changer. And so that was one of the things that really resonated with me. That combined with all the efficacy you have in the technology and all the research and work that you guys have done and invested into the product, it's super exciting, and I feel very, very fortunate to be a part of the team.
Yeah, we feel very fortunate. And then I think the last thing that really sealed the deal is, you kind of touched all the buckets where we're trying to be, right? And then our last conversation, I don't even know if I can say this, was you have a partnership or a relationship with Fiji Airways.
Yes.
And then travel for us is a huge door opener. And we're talking to all these people like yourself and Don Saladino and these other people on our clinical advisory team, and they're dream building for us, like what travel looks like in the future. Sure. And these people, people like us who want to feel better when we land. Right. It's not about getting to the destination, it's about feeling good there.
Totally.
And Firefly's been a tremendous fit for a lot of people, but I think you open up a lot of doors for, you told me a little bit about what you were doing in Fiji and talking to the hoteliers and local about how they're adjusting, getting people to them.
For sure.
And it's all about not just recovery, but a general wellness of feeling good when you get there.
That's the thing. I think transportation is an area. Wellness we talked about the evolution within our space, right? Of not only fitness and recovery, but wellness and longevity. Is everyone's trying to be healthier, but feel better, live longer, be more comfortable, et cetera, and be more efficient with their health and fitness. And so when that comes into transportation, I mean, all of us have flown on an airplane, or most of us have. And when you're on a plane, you're just sitting in that seat for an extended period of time. And we all have that feeling when you're getting up to the bathroom or getting your bag and you're just sore. And when you're going on long hauls, like I go quite a bit to Australia and to Fiji, you're talking about 11 plus hour flights. And those flights, when you get off, it's hard. And you want to make sure you hit the ground and you're ready to go. So I think there's a ton of opportunity there within hospitality because people want to be able to get off the ground. If they've invested the money for a trip and a travel to a destination, they want to spend a day or two recovering from the flight and missing that. They want to hit the ground and really get after it, whether that be for leisure, whether that be for work, et cetera. So everyone that I've talked to about the technology, whether that be various resorts or hotel CEOs and leadership teams, Fiji Airways, different airlines, is they all are very captivated by the versatility of the Firefly, the science-based technology that's in there. They all want the foot twitch. They all want the foot twitch.
We call it the Firefly flutter.
Yeah, there it is.
I think that's it. First of all, just welcome to the team.
I appreciate it, brother.
It's a small group of, we've built this really unique group of people that first and foremost believe in the technology,
sure,
and I think that's what's helped kind of build our story and our journey. And then I love our day-to-day conversations where you're the first one that ever is getting me on the what is it, the FaceTime.
I'm always on FaceTime with
no
you.
shirt.
Always.
No shirt.
Come on, bro.
No shirt.
Come on.
Yeah, and he's always
That's
in the
how close we are.
Yeah.
That's how close we are.
And then I love the DMs every day, like, hey, this NASCAR driver wants to use this product, and just kind of your network. So I'm so interested in building off of what you've built. I think you always say that, right? Keep building, and I want to keep building with you.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
It.
No, brother, your energy and you're so modest in your approach, but everyone within your organization, and it starts from the top, you and your lovely wife, just amazing people, and so passionate about trying to help and trying to make a difference. And I think that for me now at this stage of my career, it's all about working with people that are trying to build legacy and trying to change the game, and that's what you guys are doing. The technology is legit, it's sound. There's tons of applications across the board that we haven't even touched yet. But yeah, man, exciting times, and I'm proud to be a part of the team. Excited what we're gonna do,
awesome,
brother.
Man.
You're the man.
Thank you, man.
Love this guy.
Good?